built this up and talked about this for like almost a year, over a year now, and we finally got to the point where we have gotten you, Ben, through the late X-Men period with the Philippine Animation Studio and all of
Yeah.
the last minute stuff. And we finally got you to watch the X-Men 97. And just what's your first impressions, bro?
It's just so good. The new stuff is so good. Like I love the animation. It's like they've taken like anime style but done it in the X-Men style. And I love how they brought back as many voices as they could. And cool that they're sticking to just like literally like, okay, this is what happened in the last episode of the 92 to
Yeah,
97.
yeah, they really take
Here we
off right.
go. They just literally take it from right where it leaves off.
Previously, 30 years ago.
Right? But like clearly this is like the grown-up updated version of the X-Men, and it's for the same people that watched it like 20, 30 years ago, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was written by like a millennial guy named Beau DeMayo. He was like the head writer on it. He'd worked on Star Trek Strange New Worlds before.
And then a bunch of stuff happened.
Controversial figure. He, for reasons yet to be made clear, doesn't work for the show anymore. He did write the first season, and now
He
he's
did
not.
a great job
He did a great job.
on that. I endorse his actions on X-Men 97 writing.
Awesome show. Great job
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the
yeah,
industry.
Yeah, you know what? It's been a wild ride, you guys. We've been on this for what, a year? What a ride.
yeah, yeah. Person who's been doing it with us for 2 months. Yeah.
Sorry, that's okay.
We started back in July, Ben and I.
We're so we're already going on a tangent. Fantastic. So, one of my favorite like pop culture stories is at the end of the taping of the finale of Friends. Paul Rudd like walks up to everybody who's like crying and like they've been doing this for 10 years. He's been on it for like 6 weeks. Comes up, he's like, "What a ride, guys, isn't it?"
We
And
did
he,
it. Look at
yeah,
us.
look at us, we did it.
We did
And
it.
I can hear it in my mind's eye.
I
I
love it.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Paul Rudd is a national treasure.
he is.
True.
You're our Paul Rudd, buddy.
Me?
No, 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 no. Them.
Oh.
You're our.
I'll never get old.
You're our Matthew Perry.
Yikes.
I
Could
guess
I be any more disappointed in you right now?
I thought you were going to be way darker with that, so
I did love that meme that came
Oh,
out after he
what it?
died, where he was like had his hand up out of the water, and they just like high-fived it.
that was fucking crazy.
So good.
I like how you said, "Oh, we're gonna go on a tangent now," and then just started talking about something completely like only vaguely related to what had been talked about before. Like I
That's
like how
what a
you just
tangent
announced that you
is.
were gonna do it before you.
Yeah, of course.
But
It gives me a good in and out point if I decide I don't want this in the episode.
no,
Maybe in and out point, right?
okay, so what else did what, okay, I'll tell you what I felt. Yeah, come in at this.
Please.
So sometimes when you're like a kid growing up, you kind of imagine that there's more to the stuff because we didn't get to see things that we were watching growing up so consistently. It would be on like cable here and there, and you might get a tape of it or something. So sometimes as a young person, it was really easy to maybe confuse dreams you've had with stuff that there's others. And every now and again, you do come across like more of what you didn't know before, like how there's more of the Batman cartoon from the 90s that came out in the late 90s on the WB, and it's just as good as the early stuff. And it's fun to discover that as an adult, which I didn't see that until way later. So it's just really fun. It kind of like takes you back to that childlike place where like the line between dreams and reality is kind of blurred to get to revisit something like this. And I was just so excited that there was going to be a new version of it. At first, I was resistant to how different the animation looked, but as soon as I saw it in motion and saw like some of the crazy effects, Like the shots of Rogue fighting the Sentinels in the first episode are just spectacular. Like
Yeah.
it's not just that we're seeing this awesome world again, it's that now it's being animated like as well as anything's animated. Fluid hand-drawn animation,
So
like
good.
Akira good.
Like that, okay, that's the first thing that I want to say is that God bless hand-drawn animation and God bless it when it's done in, I mean, I'm gonna say 2024 because that's when it was being made or 2025, but seeing it in the modern day, not like something animated, not in that uncanny valley 3D style is so soothing to me.
Mm.
And so, yeah, this was so good. My
Yeah,
literally my first note is animation so clean.
It looks so pretty. I love how they redid the original opening the same, but like in the updated animation, it looks so good.
and did you
Updated animation and like there's more instruments in it now.
And there's more characters in it now.
Yeah.
and also did you notice that from episode 1 to 2 it's already changed a little bit and Magneto was right in front at the of the X-Men lineup at the beginning,
Yeah.
which was like super rewarding for me right away. These episodes both came out on the same day. Oh my
And
God.
what a day it was.
Yeah. Guess who?
Did Disney launch these all in one shot, or was it like,
Well, the first two episodes came out on one day, and then the episodes rolled out one per week for the rest of the season, and it like built up steam. It was a big thing on the internet. The first two episodes came out March 20, 2024.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm kind of excited to do Time Machine like rapidly jumping into the future.
Yeah, like Whiplash from Tony Braxton and
I
Mariah.
was gonna say, I wonder if Tony Braxton's still on top today.
let's find out.
Let's let's find out.
Huh. It was a Carnival by Yen dollar sign Yay and Ty dollar sign like oh Yay and Ty Dolla Sign's collab, which was there's just a yawn symbol and a dollar sign. And they made a song with Rich the Kid and Playboy Cardi called Carnival. Did you?
Every time I look at the Billboard charts, I realize that I live in a different reality than straight
Oh
people.
yeah, that's the
I'm
only
like, who the
my
fuck are
entire
these
life.
people?
Yeah, and it was just Kanye West, but he has a new fucking name and a side project that's very complicated to explain. Why he's supposed to? I don't.
Billboard charts these days, it's like as many streams as you get on like TikTok and shit now. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I'm
There's
not. I don't
bullshit
think
there.
it means as much because there's a different person every week or two. Before
Mhm.
this, like this is what knocks Texas Hold'em off the number one Billboard chart.
Cool.
But it only gets 2 weeks. Before that, it was 2 weeks by Jack Harlow with "Love It on Me." Have you heard?
Again,
No.
no.
Before that, though, this was a gooder. February 10th, "Hiss" by Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh man.
But like, I'm stuck. I'm shocked that that's a number one song. It's not my favorite
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion song by a long
She
time.
got really fucking mad and I loved
I
it.
got number one because that was a fucking jam. Jack Harlow is back with "Lovin' on Me" again. He had two separate runs at number one with that fucking song. I've never even heard of
Jim,
it.
are you drinking hot sauce? What is that bottle?
It's
Thank
Superhofer.
Oh
thank
goddamn! It looked like you were drinking like sweet chili heat sauce or some
no,
shit.
genuinely, I'm so glad that you said something because I was like,
They'll drop hot sauce into these drinks because they're sweet and like a little bit of heat. It's a nice kick.
I love it.
We're both having Rattlers, Jamie. Yours are just not.
woohoo.
Before that, "Yes and" by Ariana Grande.
Hmm.
And before that, it was "Lovin' on Me" again. Just to connect the past to the future, to jump to the end of the year when there's no X-Men 97 cartoons anyway, so it's not a spoiler. The number one song from December 14th to 28th was "All I Want for Christmas Is You" by Mariah Carey.
I thought you were gonna say honey again.
Honey, Christmas edition.
You know what? The only number one that actually really has mattered in the last year and a bit, other than Mariah Carey, is Shabuzi, who has like fucking 20 week as a number one for it. Everything else is like 1 week, you know.
Yeah.
But Shabuzi has the whole fucking last half of the year.
The original version
Oh,
of that
right.
song was so good. That like crazy like Southern
It'll be
Atlantic
really
type
fun to
beat.
hear that version again but I'm really I can't do the new one. It's the first time I heard it. It was coming. I was leaving Shambhala. It was like the first song I heard. We were in that
Yeah.
bar with Damon, and we were just like, "What the fuck is this? This just
I
Everybody
thought I was
will
having a
get
stroke.
yeah, it
dizzy.
was fucked up."
Yeah.
I regret choosing that bar. Didn't want
I
that.
don't know. That beef dip was
We were listening to a
really good.
podcast the whole way out of the festival, so it was the first music we heard.
Boom, boom, boom,
That's
boom,
the
boom,
thing.
boom, 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 boom,
The last
boom,
one.
boom, 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 one. Here comes the two to the three
Okay.
to the
Felt
four.
what it was.
Like that original was so sick. That beat was so good,
The original trap beat is fucking good.
right?
The number one movie in America, March 15th to 17th, which is the weekend before X-Men 97 started rolling out, was Kung
Mhm.
Fu Panda 4, a movie that I didn't know existed till right now.
What was
There
it?
goes our streak of no sequels in sight.
Yeah, second week at number one, but Dune Part 2 is right there too. It's made 200 over 200 million in 3 weeks, which is good because that's a really good movie. Arthur the King debuts with 7.5 million. The American Society of Magical Negroes bombs super hard with only 1 million. Nobody really wanted to watch that movie.
What?
That name,
Crazy.
just like,
No one could have seen that one coming.
I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that movie about a guy who does become like a member of like a Harry Potter society of black people that help white people?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Weird that the
He-
whole cast was white. That was probably a bad choice.
It's actually black people. That's the really
I
scary.
hate you so much. Oh my God. All right. We ready to hear about this episode, y'all?
Yeah, his
Yes, please.
1 year after Henry Peter Gyrick's assassination attempt on Professor Charles Xavier led to Xavier leaving Earth with the alien Shi'ar and being presumed dead, the X-Men continue his mission of defending mutants and humans alike. Xavier's supposed death has led to the X-Men being legally sanctioned by the United Nations. They save a young mutant, Roberto da Costa, from the anti-mutant group Friends of Humanity, who are using Sentinel technology.
Yeah, it's nice to see a
Hmm?
bunch of familiar stuff. I like the opening with like we get like a media first introduction to the world. We get a little bit of stuff spelled out that would be a little bit too wooden if it was delivered probably by the characters to each other, you know?
And here's what you missed on Earth.
Mhm.
Yeah, some fun little references. It, it's nice to see Morph is on the team.
Yeah. To find Sentinel creator Bolivar Trask, the X-Men visit Gyrick in prison, and Jean Grey probes his mind using the machine's cerebro to amplify her psychic abilities. I just want to stop right there because I forgot a lot of what happened in the show because I have a bad memory. And when she popped out of nowhere and she's like, "Bam," I lost it. I was laughing so hard because if I opened my eyes and I saw Jean Grey in front of me, old big head with a fucking helmet on, I'd lose it.
Yeah.
Lose it. So funny. Also, going back to what you said before, Jim, Morph being on the team means 100% more making fun of everyone. We're gonna
100%.
get to it, but him and Wolverine, holy shit.
Also,
Like
an
I'm pretty good at impressions. Morph is just like perfect.
No, yeah.
it's also like they use them as a fun way to have cameos by other characters that they can't really fit into the narrative. Like
When they're
Psylocke shows
fighting and
up
he
in
turns into that
episode 2.
eagle guy, I'm like, what? I
Yeah.
was like, you just wanted to draw him.
For sure.
And he's trying to goad Wolverine in that one scene, and he turns into fucking Sabretooth,
Sabretooth, and they're gonna play fight. They're gonna tussle, I guess.
right?
I'm sorry, but him turning into pregnant Jean in the middle of that rave was so funny. So
Yeah.
funny.
Really, really weird. Yeah. We
Ugh.
get this guy's Sunspot, Robert DaCosta, is
Yep.
a member of that New Mutants team that was like Xavier's new team that he made up when the X-Men were off in space the first time. And so he was on the team with like Cannonball and Farrell, like the cast of the New Mutants movie. He's in the New Mutants movie. He's the guy who's like seeing people catch fire and everything because of his flame powers going on.
Oh.
Yeah. And he was also in X-Force with Cable for a long time. I think they've basically chosen him because he's like a minority
Oh yeah.
character that can fly and has very visually cool powers. You know, there's
Is
also a
he
Japanese.
Brazilian or Portuguese?
Brazilian.
Yes, it's interesting that he's rich. So we're kind of like he's repeating Jubilee's path through the first episode of the original show, but from a different perspective of a person who's with a family. It's kind of like they're kind of like the typical Warren Worthington Angel family. Like they're super rich and they're kind of bigoted against mutants, as we will find out.
I have Roberto da Costa, bitch. And then the next thing it says is even arrogant yuppies like you, because that was beautiful. Jubilee's like, we want to help everybody, even you, bitch.
I
I
did
like how
notice,
they stuck to the 90s slang too.
I did notice that the Friends of Humanity like went from talking about money to then like someone offers them money or whatever, and then they say, "Oh, it's not about money."
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was to imply that the characters were stupid or if it was a writing goof, but I
Yeah, no, they were literally like, it's
get
$10,000
it.
I had on those
Yeah,
mutants, and then
yeah,
immediately be like,
Uh,
it's not about the money. Yeah.
yeah, because they're inconsistent and they don't have real values. They're just racist and reactionary.
Jean locates Trask at a junkyard in the Sahara, but also receives a horrifying premonition.
That was to me the most shocking part of this episode for reliving that because I didn't remember it. It didn't stand out as much to me the first time, but
Mhm.
all of those images are very prophetic. We will see stuff.
Very important.
Yeah, very important. Worth looking back at, curious because that's a really important scene, that hallucination.
The X-Men destroy the remains of several Sentinels and a Master Mold supercomputer at the junkyard and apprehend Trask. Master Mold. They are really I love how on the nose they were with Nazi imagery. Because yep, you're making yourself a mold of master race, perhaps. Very good. Very good.
Pretty on the nose, but it's just cool to see them again.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
the
He was
sense,
animated way better this time.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and not so limited by things such as cables plugged into a wall.
Or it being the 1990s.
Pretty cool to see Bishop took Wesley Willis's advice and cut the mullet.
Yeah, that's another thing is they just Bishop has just joined the team in the ensuing year. He's lost in time, and maybe that like whatever, sure, you can buy that. That's what's happened in the year.
Why
Morph is
not?
also in the team, and Jean has fully got preggers and had a baby. She must be
Yeah, like
it's like after she wasn't pregnant in the final episode, not showing anyway.
Yeah.
like now she's 9 months pregnant. Like what is happening?
He busted her up with his super sperm.
Okay.
And that did happen in the comics.
Mhm. Cyclops and a pregnant Jean announce that they are leaving the X-Men to raise their son in safety. They are interrupted by their former adversary, Magneto, who reveals that Xavier gave him control of the X-Men and Xavier's school for mutants. He said, Daddy's home. I live here now. Sorry about it. Here's my paperwork. And it
Mhm.
was majestic. I've always loved Magneto as someone who loves mess.
Yeah.
And it warmed my heart that he's somehow gotten gayer and sassier in 30 years.
Sir Ian McKellen would agree.
I know.
Yeah, he still sounds pretty similar to himself. I think it's a new actor though. Some of the voices are the same actors. Like Beast is the same.
Yeah.
Wolverine is the same. Rogue is the same. Although I feel like she's sounds quite different.
Well, yeah.
She's just a different person now, 30 years later.
Still pretty flinty.
Yeah. She's still doing a
It
great job with all the emotions and everything. She's acting the part really well. It was I
100%.
was like surprised that that was still the same person. Allison Seeley Smith is still playing Storm. We have a new person playing Cyclops. I got Ray Chase, but I think he does a great job emulating that person. We have a new person playing Jubilee. We have like an Asian woman named Hallie Chow because the original voice actress felt that an Asian person should play her in the 2020s because she was white. So,
What? A cartoon in the
Actually did show up
1990s cast a
in
white
yellow face
person in a
forever,
racialized role? Are
right?
you kidding? Hank Azaria will be furious.
Bishop, Magneto, and Professor X are also played by new voice actors because those actors have also passed on.
I was gonna say.
Professor X is voiced by Ross Marquand, who's the guy who played the Red Skull in Infinity War and Endgame.
Yes. He was good in that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
who
was
took
like,
it over, right?
Hugo Weaving?
Hugo Weaving didn't want to come back because he didn't want to do all the makeup, and this guy
He's
was
like, pass.
Ross Marquand's just like he's like a journeyman Marvel actor. He's just game to do whatever it needs to do to make any role work, and he finds his way.
Yeah.
And he does a good job. So, it's cool. Yeah, I think in some ways some of the younger actors sound a little bit more like the originals.
Oh yeah.
It's all pretty good.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Nothing.
I was gonna say, as for a rating, I'm gonna go full marks. This was a great way to come back.
You said
Yeah,
10
I mean,
and no notes.
yeah, it had some crazy good visuals. I love when Cyclops uses his dimension punch beam blasts to
To go backwards.
have a safe landing,
Yeah.
and it has this awesome moment when he calls the X-Men to me, and that's when the line he says is "To me, my X-Men," the title of the episode. It's a pretty grand introduction.
And
Um,
then at the end of the episode, Magneto says, "You belong to me, my X-Men." He
yes,
comes into me, my X-Men too.
yeah, yeah.
He said the thing.
It's like, oh, this big step up in writing. Like I know because I've seen future episodes, I know there's still room to go higher.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna give this one like an 8.5.
Okay.
Yes.
What I was going to say, I missed saying this on the run through, is Gyrick was super disconcerting in 2024 and is even more fucking creepy in 2026 because there are a bunch of people like him in the federal government.
Yeah, like that
And it's
technology has permeated for sure. It's a
I was
little
when he was
scary.
talking, I was like, am I listening to JD Vance right now? Like it's fucking crazy.
It's a guy that sounds like Martin Sheen for sure.
Fair point.
We
I
all,
would give it a solid 9 out of 10. I thought it was great.
yeah.
And
Ooh.
I'm so glad to see the X-Men working as a team. Like it's cool to see like Gambit charging up Wolverine's claws and Wolverine chopping off a Sentinel's head. Like that was cool.
But it is equally funny when there are half of them out doing mission savings and some of them are at home cooking donuts.
I like the realism of it though.
Me fucking too. I was like, yes. And
It's like a very lived-in world, right? Where you get all the basketball time, and like if you read the comics from the 90s, they did that a lot. They played sports. They had a lot of character development happening while all the teams used their powers to play sports with each other. So real,
Scott is such a little bitch. It's like, oh, if Xavier was here, they wouldn't be playing basketball. No, no, no. I was like, yeah, if Xavier was here, you'd be playing basketball, you dumb fuck. You're the boss now.
yeah,
Act like it. Well, was for a second.
Yeah.
yeah. The dialogue does feel a little bit more mature though. It feels a little bit more adult. All the characters are talking to each other about a lot more about sexuality stuff. We'll really see that in future episodes too. I thought it was cool in the first episode when Morph and Wolverine kind of teamed up to do a fastball special by
Oh yeah.
Morph turning into the blob and Wolverine bounces off of him and comes up and just guts the fucking Sentinel. It's over in one bit. And we get to see um, Val Cooper, the government spook, kind of the person that is dealing with mutants on behalf of the government. She's from the comic books. I mostly recognize her from X Factor, which is the government super team. We've seen them before, and the Iceman episodes. Cold Comfort, no, Quicksilver's on that team with Forge
Oh
and
yeah.
and Polaris and Strong Guy. Strong Guy. We're gonna see Strong Guy again at some point.
All white blonde women look the same.
True, but Val Cooper will become more important as the season goes on. Also, shout out to Storm just having the Mohawk now, which is dope.
Loved it. Loved it. Every second of it. Are we talking about episode 2 now?
Yes.
Okay,
Start talking
fantastic.
about episode 2 now, which was an adaptation of X-Men 200 from back in the day, which was also about a big trial of Magneto. So
I
Jake,
have
what you,
things to say.
yeah, a lot going on. It's a real cunty outlook for him, right?
First and foremost, the episode starts with Magneto being like, all right, here's the deal. I don't particularly care if any of you are happy about this. This is my house. So, like it or leave it. And then immediately, like they immediately transition into being like running right outside.
Yeah.
So immediately Jean and Scott are like, well, I guess maternity leave is off the fucking table. I'm like, the
And
psychopath is
paternity
back.
leave.
What?
And paternity leave.
Yeah, they don't want Wolverine's very, very worried that Scott and Jean are gonna leave. Magneto says like it'll be very I thought you were very welcome to leave, you know? He's really stoked about the idea of Cyclops fucking off.
Do not let the door hit you on the way out. Like,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
then all of a sudden the UN shows up and Scott says something very fucking funny. He says, "No, no, we don't get elevated or something. We don't get elevated for the good guys."
Yeah, we
And
don't
I looked at the camera that didn't exist and I went, "Oh, Scott,
and he was proven, yeah.
you poor motherfucker."
Then we got these racist Friends of Humanity guys again, and they're led
Love him.
by this guy, the X-Cutioner, who was not from this story originally. He was from early 90s stuff. There was a story called the X-Cutioner song where he just appeared in. It wasn't actually about him. But he was just around for a bit in the 90s and he was pretty cool. And I think he died at some point. I had the action figure of him. Um, Said we weren't going to talk about toys, but bam. I did have the action figure of one of these characters. So I was pretty stoked just to like for 12-year-old me to finally see this
Yeah.
like actually in the show and given a couple cool action scenes and then immediately wiped out. Because yeah,
This
badass.
this
They're sanctioned by the government now to do this. They're allowed to do this. They're it's okay.
this
They're
depowering radiation blast. It's it's very much a weapon that shouldn't probably exist because it seems to just get everything done. Like a power sapping gun, that's a little on the nose.
it did happen though, and it led
I
to
know.
a long period in the late 80s where Storm originally was like a child without powers.
Mm.
And then
Yeah, because
that was actually the storyline the Gambit was introduced in the late 80s.
her taking that hit broke my fucking heart.
Mm,
Mhm.
yeah. And then her narration when she writes that letter to
Ugh.
episode about how she's leaving and how their worlds are just different now, and there's no point in being together in that way again. It was really, yeah.
And
I
then parallel to all of this, Jean Grey is giving birth, or trying to, because she literally shows up at a fucking hospital and they're like, no mutant births here. I'm like, girl, what? Let her have the fucking
How
baby.
do they even know she's a mutant?
It-
she's
She,
beaten at this point.
I guess she's famous.
After and graduation day, they were like outed for everything.
Yeah.
Whole
Oh,
world.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, she's famous.
Yeah, yeah. So they just know who she is. They have a
Rogue is forced to absorb an obstetrician's knowledge.
yeah. That was
Yeah.
I love that.
That was awesome. He's like, well, if you won't deliver it, I'm gonna, and you're gonna help. Oof.
Mhm.
Amazing.
Hi,
They
sugar.
Jean gives birth to a son who they name Nathan. You know, I think that's gonna come back at some point.
Yeah, possibly. We don't
Yeah. Nathan Charles.
have any theories on it?
Magneto apprehends Executioner and stops the assault. And suddenly the UN's like, all right, okay, we'll give you a pardon. Thanks for saving everyone again.
Because guess who wasn't the bad guys again? The mutants.
Magneto, or mutants, yeah. He is pardoned, and discussions begin for the mutant nation Genosha to join the UN. More on that later.
It kind of feels like a two-part opening, you know, like a 1 hour thing, as much as like there are distinct elements to it, but I really feel like it is.
They left a cliffhanger on the first episode, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a lot of cliffhangers.
I was just gonna say, I'm very sorry to tell you, but this also ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, there's going to be a ton, but like these two really do feel like a pair, and so I understand. I appreciate that they came out the same day. We didn't really
Yeah,
have to wait for the second episode, because it wasn't going to be that much different story wise, context wise, and everything. Because the next episode is going to be a big step in a different direction, and we're really going to get to see the animation take a little step up, which is
it's
exciting.
very cool.
Do you have any thoughts on the ending there, Ben?
It was excellent. I want to see what happens next.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, do you have any theories on what's going on with Jean there? Because another Jean Grey shows up on a bus and asks.
Yeah, it's obviously not morph, so like I don't know.
Um, I miss saying this beforehand, and I need to say it. So
Time
despite
travel?
Magneto being pardoned, the news still refers to him as former terrorist Magneto. Like,
No.
okay, I figure a pardon is enough to be like X-Men or mutant Magneto, like
Former
former
terrorist
terrorist.
Nelson Mandela. Like come on.
You just said he wasn't one of those.
Yeah. Um,
Um, but yeah, Gene 2 Electric Boogaloo fucking nailed it.
yeah, like I love this one. I gave it like a 9. It has a lot more like emotional dark stakes and consequences than the first episode did. Um, so that's why it's a little bit higher, and like the mystery that it opens up at the end is really gonna take us all on a ride. I'm really excited for that.
Wolverine saw it's like, oh my God, there's one for me, Bob.
Two jeans, twins.
Twins.